What up, guys? Nolan here from Live It Up Lifestyle. We're out here on the Eastern Plains looking for pronghorn. We got a buck and a doe tag. 4 days to get it done. We got the whole family out. The sun's coming up on our first day, and we're ready to rock and roll. The family and I have traveled 6.5 hours east to what we call the last American frontier. We're in search of antelope or pronghorn. We've got a buck and a doe tag and 640 acres of our family's property we are allowed to hunt. We haven't hunted antelope in a long time, so come along, see how we do. Hey, I'm not kidding, there's antelope. I swear. Kinley, get up, there's antelope. Get your camo on.
I don't even have camo.
I packed it for you. Layton, there's a giant buck! What are you doing? What? At least we got that. Let me get my orange on real quick. There's a really nice buck. See us. We gotta go. Holy crap, I just can't believe this.
I hope we get an antelope on the first day.
We're gonna get one right now. It's a huge buck.
Nolan, you're so ate up.
Well, fix me. Really just woke up, drank our coffee. I haven't even. Shh,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so.
Oh, and look at that sunrise.
Okay, I'm going. You guys gotta stay right here. All right, here we go. I'm catty corner from the camper, sneaking in on a nice buck. The landscape is that classic prairie flatland, slightly rolling terrain, which gives me just enough cover to get low and make a move. Every step is careful, and I'm creeping forward, staying low to avoid spooking them. It slowly becomes a low crawl, using every rise and dip to stay hidden.
So,
Under the bend?
so my dad, we saw a really big bighorn sheep.
No.
He went,
Antelope.
antelope. He went after it. It went over this hill into this little dip. And he's going after it. It's probably like 1,000-ish yards.
After I finally got to the best position I could, I range it. 580 yards. This should be an easy shot
Look
for
in
me.
the binos.
This is as close as I'm gonna get. It's a long shot, but I'm dialed
Is he
in.
looking at
I
you?
steady my breathing and prepare to make it count.
He might be shooting.
Shoot. We all know that feeling. It just didn't feel right. Nothing actually really
looks
went
back,
the way that
you
I
have to
needed it
look
to go.
For his signal.
I pulled the trigger, I rushed the
Watch
shot.
for him to look back.
On top of that, I forgot how smart antelope were and how good they could
What's he
see.
doing now?
I didn't give them enough credit. The buck spotted me
that.
and moved off, and I rushed a shot.
What's
At
he
least it's
doing?
day one. We've got plenty of more time.
Yeah,
And?
he's not saying anything. He's walking back.
Let me see. What's up?
He missed it.
How far was it?
600 yards. It's okay, we're still. We can always do it again. He missed the shot. So more antelope in this.
I missed.
How far?
580. Super long. Didn't rush the shot. He was kind of moving. There's tracks all over this place. After my first encounter this morning, I knew we were going to have to change up some of the tactics we had thought that we were going to do. I set a decoy up and hoping that an antelope might see him close to water. That didn't work.
So it's day one and we are searching for antelope. We've been kind of sitting here for a couple hours looking into our property and sometimes over here. And we kind of covered up our camp a little bit so it wouldn't shine bright as much.
So, we're just learning how to hunt antelope when you're camping on the property. Could be a fatal error or could work out. Who knows? We haven't hunted antelope in years. This is awesome. As we came back, we needed to readdress our situation, camo our camper, and find anything we could do to achieve success. Yeah, this isn't going too well. Kind of just sit here and hope an antelope comes on the 640 acres that we're allowed to hunt, which isn't a lot for antelope. We're loud, as you can tell. We move around, but sometimes it's just about being out here with your fam. But I do want to shoot one. It was apparent to me. I needed to come up with an option, a plan, a strategy to create success. The only thing I could think of was I needed to meet the landowners. The surrounding landowners had had frequent communication with my family, but nobody had ever met them in person. I figured this was the right time. And the best way to do it? Offer them some elk meat. You farmed this when? With who?
With Richard Minot
In
in 1966.
Dang. Green light, go. A local landowner gave me the green light to go after an antelope on their property. So I got down, low crawled, half a mile of prickly wild grass and sandburrs. It wasn't easy, but I had to keep low to stay out of sight. I wasn't going to make the same mistake as before. When I finally got into position, a group of antelope was bedded down just within range. I settled in, waited about 30 minutes for a shot. Then, a doe finally stood up, giving me the broadside shot I've been waiting for. At around 400 yards, I took my time, stayed patient, and lined up for the perfect shot. Once she was down, I called in the cavalry for recovery.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me.
We got our fresh tenderloins from the antelope doe that we got today, and we're gonna celebrate those by putting them on the fire and looking out at the beauty of the American frontier. There's something intrinsic about out here. I don't know that I could live here, but to know that there is people that do live here. And that's just the frontier of where the frontiersmen came, and it's a harsh environment. I'll give it to you. We also got heart. We like to just trim off the fat on the top, put it into thin slices like this, and then throw it right over hot heat. So it was a really interesting, cool hunt today. We met some local landowners. My family owns land out here, and we've never utilized it. And this year, Rachel and I said that we should try it, and we came out and we tried it. And this morning we met some of the locals, and we ran into town real quick to get some bubblies. Came back, and Rachel and the kids were like, "Dad, let's get your binos and see if we can go find antelope on other properties, just to go look and see if we could find any." And sure enough, we found antelope. And the crazy part is they were on a landowner's property that we had just met. So I called them up, asked him if we could go on there, and found those antelope. You know, like with antelope hunting, you can never take the easy route. You always have to take a hard route. And I think I low crawled like quarter mile. I've got terrible thorns and stuff all over me, but I mean, if you're gonna take a life, you better do what it takes to do it right. It was a really good shot, double lunger, 400 yards. She dropped. So we thank her for this meal, and now we're on to get Rachel a buck. See those? With a new day arriving, it was Rachel's turn to try and put a stock on a buck. A buck crossed the adjacent property, but with no luck, she did not get into range. We decided to pack up, move out of town, and head to Texas for archery whitetail deer hunt. Well, that's that for our adventure here in the eastern plains of Colorado. We had a couple days to try and fill a buck and a doe tag. We ended up filling a doe tag. Almost had a opportunity at a buck twice, but short-lived period. It was a great time, and now we're on our way to Texas for an archery deer hunt. And to spend time at the ranch and fishing and whatnot. It was a great time here. Thanks for following along. Remember, live it up.